What's going on with Tamar Braxton? She just posted new photos that have fans talking. Her appearance looks noticeably different, especially her nose, even though she said in the past it was only fractured in an accident. People are also surprised by how her mother looks in the pictures. But the bigger buzz is what Tamar said on stage during a recent performance. She publicly apologized, saying, "I'm sorry, Traci. I didn't mean to do any of that. I love you." This is raising eyebrows because the upcoming season of Braxton Family Values reportedly features Tamar's niece sharing that one of her aunt's husbands sent her inappropriate messages when she was a teen. Many assume the story involved another sister, but Tamar's apology to Traci, who has passed away, has fans wondering if something else happened or if Tamar is trying to get ahead of a revelation on the show. Critics argue that if Tamar wanted to support her niece, the conversation should have stayed private instead of becoming reality TV drama, especially given Tamar's own comments about how the show has affected her mental health.
Let me just go ahead on and just address the elephant in the room. Y'all, the Braxtons is coming back, and I did not mean to do none of that. I'm sorry. It's coming back. Love Traci. And bitch, that's family. Everybody family fucked up. Yes, it is, bitch.
We need to unpack this. Why did Tamar get on stage saying, "Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I love Traci" right before the show's premiere? Why bring up Traci specifically? Unless she said something about her on the show, it doesn't make sense. And if that's the case, I'll be upset because Traci truly had the purest heart in that family. She went through a lot, and the way she was treated wasn't fair. Now, about this whole niece situation, it's so confusing. Everyone online has been pointing fingers at Trina, but we don't actually know if it was her. What we do know is that one of the sisters' husbands allegedly sent inappropriate texts to the niece. At first, the niece said her aunt supported her and even apologized, but later on, she claimed that same aunt stopped speaking to her. But here's a twist. I just found a clip where the niece says it was actually her decision to walk away from her family. She hasn't spoken to them because she chose not to, not because they cut her off. So now I'm left wondering, what's really going on here? You all tell me what you think. Listen to this clip.
But I think what everyone has to remember is that, I am not that close with my family. By choice, not complaining about it. It's by choice, and it's not something that I'm actively pursuing also. So I'm not saying this as like, I'm reaching out to my family and they're not responding. No. I haven't been very close to my family for a really long time, guys. I left 10 years ago. I'm on the other side of the world. It doesn't mean anything. Like some people and people's families are super close, but I'm just not. So it's really okay. So don't take it as like, no, it's totally fine.
So Ashley made it clear she doesn't talk to her family, and that's by her own choice. She's fine with it. But then the Braxtons dropped a preview of the upcoming season, and in the clip they asked Tamar, "Why did you decide to bring your niece on the show?" You also see Tawanda and Trina being asked how they feel about the whole situation. Take a listen to this.
How do you feel about the platform that Ashley is being given?
I think sometimes people take the opportunity that's given to them without even thinking about the repercussions. You should never hear something about your family through social media first. Period. People who have absolutely no knowledge or idea of the situation were bullying me.
Right.
I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated. I told you, I'm sorry that this has happened to you, and I embraced you. But if there was something additional that you needed from me, why didn't you call me?
What is your objective? What in your prayer, what would you like to accomplish for you? Are you concerned about your family?
What I'm saying is a lot.
Which one?
I think it'll be a surprise for you.
Why was it important for you to reach out to Ashley and invite her to come on your podcast and talk about her story?
Well, I'm Ashley's aunt. She is my brother's daughter, and I know what it's like to be in pain and no one comes to your aid. Okay. The difference between me and Ashley is that I went to my family for help and they told me they wasn't going to help me. And I wanted to offer that to her because I felt like it wasn't offered to me.
So, here's the clip from the upcoming season of Braxton Family Values, where Tamar brings her niece on to talk about being sent inappropriate texts by one of her aunt's husbands. According to her, the aunt found out, was supportive at first, and even apologized. But later on, that same aunt allegedly started blaming her, asking things like, "Are you sure it was just texts? Are you sure you didn't sleep with him?" Because of this, a lot of people assume she's talking about Trina and her late husband, Gabe. But here's where it gets messy. Trina says she never heard any of this from Tamar directly. Instead, she had to find out through social media, which is why considering Tamar claims to be doing this to help her niece. If that's true, why wouldn't she at least call her sister first? We still don't know for certain if it was Trina, but the storyline has people convinced. What's even stranger is Tamar apologizing to Traci on stage. What does Traci have to do with any of this? In the preview, Trina is seen talking to Tawanda about how she feels bullied and blindsided. She says she's always been supportive of her niece, so she doesn't understand why she's finding out this way. That makes me wonder, was it really Trina and Gabe? Or could it have been someone else? Maybe even Traci's husband? Honestly, I'm confused, and I want to know who Tamar is actually talking about. What I do know is this. Tamar is wrong for not talking to her sister directly. She's trying to frame it like she's giving her niece a platform, but it feels more like drama for TV. And the part that bothers me most is when Tamar says she did this because her family never helped her. Let's be real. We've all seen her family try to help her for years. They brought in Iron Lana Vanzant, pastors, Sarah Jakes, and more. And every single one of them said the same thing. Tamar is disrespectful and spoiled. At some point, you've got to take accountability. It can't always be everyone else. Now, about Tamar's performance. People were saying she looked off and sounded bad. She posted that she lost 20 pounds, but between the weight loss, her appearance, and that nose looking more pinched than ever, fans are convinced she had more work done. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Her mom's look is different too, so something is definitely going on. I listened to the performance myself. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't her best either. Overall, Tamar's energy, her look, her actions, everything feels off right now. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you'll think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was the performance really that bad? Do you think Tamar is wrong for putting this on TV instead of handling it privately? Let's talk about it. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow me on Instagram at Coco and Tea with 2 A's. If you see some tea, send it my way. And if you want to drop a tip, my Cash App is the same as my channel name, Coco and Tea.